Have you ever wished for a way to turn back time during a heated moment with your partner? A way to rewind and start over?
In this video, we'll share with you a surprisingly simple yet very powerful technique that has revolutionized the way couples we've been coaching handle conflicts. As always, we're excited to give you straightforward, practical guidance on implementing this approach in your relationship, especially when tensions rise.
This technique has been a cornerstone in transforming the relation of one of the couples we work with in particular. Let's call them Adam and Julie to keep privacy. Initially, their disagreements would spiral out of control, and intense arguments were turning minor misunderstandings into week-long disputes. They would come to their coaching session and share how draining their reality was, leaving them both feeling ignored, misunderstood, and deeply unsatisfied.
But then we taught them the power of this four-step technique. From the first time they tried it, they managed to stop the escalation of conflicts. Rather than letting their emotions take the lead, they found a path to clarity and mutual understanding.
We're eager to share their, as well as our own experience with you, because we understand these challenges aren't unique to them or to us. If their story resonates with you, don't go anywhere. The same transformation is achievable for you too.
It happens so quickly, doesn't it? A minor disagreement suddenly escalates, and before you know it, you're caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Reacting in the heat of the moment without taking a step back, we risk amplifying the conflict, saying words that hurt deeply and inflicting lasting damage on your relationship.
Yet it's precisely within these critical situations of conflict that a deliberate approach can truly make a difference. This transformative strategy could be the breakthrough your relationship needs to transform everyday disagreements into opportunities for strengthening your bond. Welcome to Lock the Crock, the four-step strategy.
Yes, we've teased you enough. Let's dive into how to hit that pause button in the heat of the moment with our four-step strategy.
First, it's essential to pre-negotiate with your partner. It's about agreeing on a signal for timeouts, ensuring both of you recognize when it's time to pause and how to signal this call for pause each other.
Exactly. You might choose a hand signal like the T sign or a word. The key is that either of you can initiate this timeout at any time you feel your rage might be amplifying or your anger is starting to pick up.
Step 2 is to signal a timeout. You do so as soon as you feel that you or your partner are overwhelmed and you recognize that one of you is not in your wise, reasoned state. This isn't about walking away in anger, but about recognizing that the conversation isn't productive. It's saying, I need a moment.
The mastery here lies in the way you communicate this need. It's about expressing that you're not in the right state to continue the conversation in a constructive way. For example, you can say something along the lines of, "Darling, I sense that I'm not in a state right now where I can give you my best. I need some time to calm down and find myself. I promise to be back as soon as I have regained my composure. I will check in with you at lunchtime today," or whatever time you deem appropriate.
The key is to state when you'll be back, or at least when you'll check in. This will avoid the risk of your partner feeling abandoned, which could make things worse.
Step 3. Take the break. Physically remove yourself from the stressful situation to avoid further escalation. Don't call a timeout and then continue to argue. Walk away.
And use this time wisely. Go for a walk, breathe deeply, or engage in an activity that helps you calm down. We will give you a suggestion in a moment of a fun activity we encourage the couples we work with to try in moments like this. The goal is to get your prefrontal cortex, your reasoning brain, back in charge. And if you wonder what I'm talking about, make sure to watch this video next, where we explain more about the crocodile we all have in our brain.
Important note, don't forget to check in with your partner periodically. Simply state that you need more time to get back to center, but that you'll be back. It's a break, not a rupture.
Fourth and final step, re-engage with your partner. This step is about coming back to the conversation with a clear head, ready to address the topic constructively.
And here's a great way to do this. First, ask your partner if it's a good time for them to re-engage. If they're not ready, agree on a time when you both are ready to re-engage. This is a critical and often overlooked question. If your partner is not ready to re-engage, chances are that you'll be right back to the escalating spiral.
Second, once you're both ready to re-engage, start with an appreciation for your partner. This will start you both out on a positive tone for the conversation.
How does re-engaging sound like? Here's an example. "Hello, darling, is this a good time to talk?
Yes, now is cool.
I really appreciated your patience when I brought up the topic about bringing up the kids."
And we're back on track, with much better chances for a healthy, connecting conversation.
Now you know the 4 steps of a timeout. And here's a fun tool that not only helps with implementing timeouts, but also strengthens your bond: the timeout time capsule.
Imagine You're in the middle of a timeout. Instead of stewing in frustration or rehearsing your next argument, reach for a message that brings you back to love.
Here's how it works. Together with your partner, you create a collection of notes, each one carrying a message of appreciation, a fond memory, or even an inside joke.
I love you. Thank you for helping me bring the groceries up. This capsule becomes a physical representation of your relationship's connection, resilience, and depth. Decorate it together, make it personal, and place it somewhere that you both can easily access.
Next time a timeout is called, each person draws a message from the capsule. It's a moment of pause, not just from the argument, but from the negative emotions swirling around it.
And when you come back together, share how the message influenced your timeout. Did it remind you of the love you share? Did it bring a smile during a tense moment?
We hope you enjoyed today's video and you'll apply this to stop conflicts in your relationship without having to resort to therapy.
Until next time, make sure to take our quiz if you want to learn more about yourself and how you behave in your relationship. Like this video if you did, subscribe for more videos like this one, and share with a friend who might also be looking for real advice for real couples.
Let's transform your love story together.